Hello.
Hello. Another Sunday.
Yeah, another Sunday.
Background.
You feeling better?
A lot better, a lot better, but I've still got this lingering cough.
Yeah.
I'll cough every now and then. But apart from that, I'm feeling much better. Yeah.
Good.
And I've been cracking on with getting stuff done. But the last couple of days, we've been enjoying the sun.
Yeah.
So it's been absolutely lovely. I want to enjoy it because apparently next week it's due to get very cold.
Somebody said it was due to snow this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's due to snow and be really cold next week, like minus.
Yeah.
So I thought I better enjoy the sun while it lasts.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been doing. So.
Well, with the nice weather, I've had a bit of a surge of energy, so I've been getting other bits and pieces done and whatnot. So, yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, I've been getting there as well. I've been trying to sort a few things out, and getting rid of this cough was one of them. And then, it's just to get on top of everything now, which I sort of am nearly, I think. I've got to start doing the Batmobile and the Enterprise D build. But I think I'm due this week Optimus Prime and RoboCop as well. I think I'm due this week. So they should be on the channel this week. But yeah, I've been enjoying the sun. It's been absolutely lovely last couple of days. So I've managed to get quite a few videos out. There were some that were. I'm going to do a double video every day this week,
right?
Just to clear the backlog, and then I'm hoping by the end of this week I'll be done. I'll be back to normal, and the backlog that I've got, including the Enterprise D, because funny enough, I think I'm up near. The last video I posted was near around where you are now.
Yeah, possibly.
So I think the last one I did was issue 21 or 20.
I don't know. I think my next one is 17. So
I might even be lower than that. I know that. I'm starting on the bottom of the hole like you are. So I've got a few first. I've got the first. I think the first 4 panels in along the front. But this one obviously builds up that and the engineering hole as well. So I want to crack on with doing that. Right. So. But I don't think there's anything new out. I don't think there's anything. I haven't heard any information.
I have something that I believe is on trial in Germany.
Right. Okay. I did see something that cropped up that's being trialed, like you're saying.
In Germany.
But in Germany, yeah.
Now this is one.
Is that the Golf?
It's this. Yes, it's the Golf GTI. So I
don't think it's being tested. I think that it's been released.
So this is 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've driven one of these and I would build it. Amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, in 1/6 scale, I think I might give that one a go as well, because I did. Me and Kirsty owned the Golf GTI. It wasn't that one. It was a Mark III Golf GTI. But we did own one, and they're quite nice. And I would definitely build that, especially at 1/6, because that's a cool scale to build. But a lot of these models now, I don't know what it is. I think they seem to be moving away now from the 1/8 scale.
Yeah, they do.
And they're moving into the 1/6. So we've had this Golf GTI. We've got the Aston Martin, is it?
Yes.
In 1/6, and we've got the Mustang that's out in 1/6 as well. So it looks like we're pushing into that 1/6 scale range, which is obviously a lot bigger. And I mean, there's a real difference between the sizing.
So the length of this is 62.7 centimeters, width 27 centimeters, height 23.5 centimeters. We've got obviously a detailed engine. Obviously working doors, the usual stuff you get with a car. Remote control. So yeah, this is by Harchett in Germany as well.
Yes.
So not IXO, it's Harchett is this one. The seats even move forward, would you believe?
That's brilliant.
So working windows. So it looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
Scroll down. So some gifts, free edition, collection folder.
GTR air freshener.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
weird one.
Bit of a weird one, but okay. You get a mug as well, and you get a keychain. So
A bottle opener.
Yeah, it's kind of more, new normal things you get. I know somebody with a white GTI actually, so they'd be right up this street. All the bits and pieces as normal. Yeah, this is. I mean, I think
it looks like. I mean, because of the web. Because normally, what happens is when stuff goes on trial, I don't think they normally put a website up for it.
Well, they do in the UK, don't they? They do a temporary website. And
they do in the UK, but they don't do it in France. When anything goes on trial or it's a test in France, you don't normally get a website for it.
But this is German, though.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm wondering whether it's actually gone live.
The only reason why I think it's a trial is most have a survey.
Yeah, when they do a test run, they always do a survey, don't they, to win Amazon vouchers?
Yes. So when I saw that, that's when I thought this looks like a trial to me.
A trial, yeah. I did see that crop up a couple of days ago. Yeah. I didn't. To be fair, I didn't really look into it because, like you're saying, I thought it was a trial. Yeah. And I don't. I mean, it's quaint, essentially a German car, so it would obviously make sense to bring it to Germany.
But it was very, very, very popular in the UK as well.
Oh yeah, like I said, there was a big. I mean, I'm going back years now, but when me and Kirsty owned sort of cars like this, we used to do all the car cruises, and there's a specific Golf one. It's called Chase the Sun.
Right.
And you go down to Devon and you go down to Newquay and basically you chase the sun where it sets. And we went down with our Golf GTI down there. But yeah, I think it would do very well over here.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a massive following for this in the UK. That's
the Mark 1, by the way.
Yes.
That's the Mark 1 GTI. You can tell because of the round lights.
Yeah.
And then they went square.
It's a vehicle I have driven, and I would be up for building that, to be honest with you, if the funds allowed it, if it came to the UK, because that is amazing. That'd go nice with the Peugeot 205 that IXO do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said...
They were kind of in competition, weren't they? The Peugeot 205 and the Golf GTI. Yeah,
it was around that sort of time when all these sort of cars came about. So you had that one. You also had the Fiesta as well, the XR2 as well, and that was also in this like hot hatch sort of era. You also had the Clio. You had the Clio as well, or Renault 5, a Renault 5 Turbo. I think was around this sort of time. So you had the Renault 5 Turbo GTI and the Peugeot, and you also had the XR2 as well. It was all around that sort of area where I think they were. I don't know whether they were just focusing at more of the boy racer sites.
Possibly, but I mean,
because they were very nippy, and people modded them as well. People modded it, put extra skirts on them and stuff like that. So.
I remember somebody saying for the GTI, the most expensive part on this vehicle was actually the back parcel shelf.
Yeah.
Because everybody cut holes in theirs for extra speakers.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, it's the thing you got to do.
So to get an actual back parcel shelf with no holes in it was the rarest thing.
Yeah, it was impossible.
Car. Yeah.
Mm. So, we used to have in our Golf GTI Mark III, we used to have big speakers, an amp, and a sub in the back as well. But that's the sort of thing everyone did back then. So
So would you
Good
believe
times.
a
Good
back
times.
parcel shelf is the rarest thing on one of them vehicles?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That, not a lot of people. They didn't have a lot of boot space anyway, so a lot of people took the back parcel shelf out because they couldn't fit anything in the boot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think those sort of hot hatches tend to have quite a bigger boot than you realise. I mean, you know, we had all that sort of stuff. We did go through. I mean, Kirsty had an XR2i. We had the Golf GTI as well. We also had a 306,
right?
And I think they did a GTI version of the 306 as well, which was really nice. That was the slightly bigger one that they had. More of a like the back end of it was quite big. But we owned one of them as well. So yeah, all many years ago. Good times.
Burgess has just put a comment on which makes me definitely think it's a trial, saying that the GTI isn't on the German front page. So
right, okay.
A trial then.
yeah, definitely. Excuse me.
But
yeah, definitely.
Wow, what a classic.
Yeah, and it 1/6 scale as well. I mean, wheel size, you could definitely tell the sizing difference between the two.
Yeah, but I mean, them cars had small wheels anyway.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, most people took those steels off and put some alloys on.
Yes. But I saw that and I was just like, that looks amazing. That really does. Really. I mean, it'd be nice, it'd be brilliant if you see people mod it like making the white version. Yeah,
I'm wondering whether if it goes ahead, it's one of those ones that IXO will bring out later on, and they'll do like a white version and another coloured version.
Yeah.
Because they seem to be doing that. IXO seems to be doing that quite a lot with their builds now, don't they? Where they offer more than one colour.
Yes. But wow, amazing.
Yeah, nice.
On that one, if that goes into production and it is a trial, then lucky people in Germany on that one.
Yeah.
So, okay, right. We'll go through some chat because it's fast as well.
Yes.
As normal. 5:05 yesterday. We have D Harris with first in, so evening Mark and Kev, so evening D.
Evening D.
And then we've got Ian Campbell who says second in, so evening Mark and Kev. So,
hi Ian.
Then we've got Steve131 who says evening all, evening Steve.
Hi Steve.
And then D Harris says, and a good evening Kevin Mark. So that's on the other side as well. So again, evening D.
Hi D.
We've got Spider Sprewin who says good evening Mark. So evening Spider.
Hi Spider.
And then he says hot good evening Kev.
Evening.
Evening. We've got David Phillips who says evening all, evening David, welcome.
Hi David.
And we've got Dave McBuild who says good evening Mark and Kev, have a great stream. Thank you Dave Mark and welcome.
Cheers Dave.
And we've got David Hawley who says a very good evening Kev and Mark and everyone. Evening David, welcome.
Hi David, welcome.
And we've got Will's Workshop who says good evening on Kev's side, hope you are feeling better this week.
Much better, thank you, Will. Also, Will's got a poll on his YouTube channel at the moment to see what he wants to do live this week. So go on over to his channel, give it a subscribe, and give it a little bit of a
look at.
Yeah.
And he also says, and a very good evening on Mark's side. So evening, Will. We've got Burgess in next who says evening all, evening Burgess, welcome.
Hi Burgess.
And then actually Will says, for anyone thinking of joining my live stream on Tuesday night, there is a poll for what you want to see.
Lovely.
Fantastic. I'll have a look at that after. We've got World of Wayne in who says, evening all, I'm currently riding shotgun on the M11. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. Hi Wayne, how's it going? I hope the decking went all right. Because I see you've been doing your decking this. I think also as well, I want to mention that those membranes you put down underneath the decking, Wayne's one disintegrated. I think they're designed to do that. I think they're designed to break down over time. Because I've done our decking recently as well, and the membrane was all in bits. It was all sort of crumbled up, and someone said to me that they're supposed to decompose over time anyway.
Well, that's safer for the environment. shipped, isn't it?
Yeah.
I honestly thought that maybe little critters had come along and maybe
It could be. Do you know what? It could be that, because when I done R1, it was obviously the side. It's all sealed, but it was completely shredded.
right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'd suppose like a little mouse had gone in there, shredded it all up. It might have been that. I don't know. But a friend of mine actually said that they like decompose over a long time anyway, because it's natural fibers and stuff. I don't know. But yeah,
I thought like little mice or rats maybe have gone in there and used it as bedding, but
yeah. Ours, like I said, ours was. It was there, but it was just shredded. It was like in bits everywhere.
Yeah. We've got Stephen Haynes Models in, who says, hi, Mark and Kev. So, evening, Stephen. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
And then we've got Lee Gibeon, who says, evening, guys. Been looking forward to this all week. What you heard, LOL. So, evening, Lee,
hi.
and thank you.
Yeah, hi, Lee. Welcome.
And also, I do apologise for, obviously, the Americans whose clocks went forward, and they're on a completely now different time zone to us in the UK.
Yeah, ours goes. It's at the end of this month. Mother's Day, I think it goes back or forth.
It is actually, yes.
It's Mother's Day.
On the 30th. Yeah. Some of the 30th, ours goes change.
So yeah, I think there's like a 3 week. It's like a 3 week where we're out.
Yeah.
Over the Americans, so they're slightly. Are they behind or ahead of us?
I don't know. No, they're ahead of us. They've gone an hour ahead.
Yeah.
On top of what they normally are ahead.
Yeah.
And then in the when it comes to autumn, our clocks go back before them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a shorter summer than they do.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, I still don't know why we do it, but I think it's to do with farming and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah.
It's to do with longer days and shorter nights for farmers or something.
Yes, I know it's olden times, and I believe it's something to do with the farming. So,
well, you know, the summer holidays in the UK were actually put in because children didn't turn up in the summer
because they were working on the farm.
Because they were too busy on the farms earning money doing the farming jobs in the summer.
That's correct. So, yeah.
The schools went, right, well, this is no good. We're just wasting our time getting teachers and goodness knows what in. Right, we'll give them a summer break then. And that's how that all started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
We've got Go For It Painting who says, hello, hi, Go For It, welcome.
I'll go for it.
And we've got Kenneth in who says, afternoon, Kevin and Sir Mark. Sorry for not being here, being tired from working 50 hours a week. I'm sitting here watching my super favourite YouTube group, who I admire and looking up to. Thank you, Kenneth, and don't work too hard.
Thank you, Kenneth. Lovely. That's really nice.
Don't work yourself too hard.
Yeah.
We've got Jason from Cadnola Model Builds who says, hi all, I had audio issue with my last video. Going to go back to my old mic and we'll redo the DJ. I think that might be audio on the Falcon hold mod and post later this week. Okay, Jason, I did watch it. And I had to turn it up at the beginning, then turn it down for the build, and then turn it up at the end. But yeah. So trust me, I've had microphone problems.
Yeah, we've all had a couple of weeks ago I had microphone problems. But yeah, it's just something that happens. I have done that as well. I've filmed a whole build before and then found out that you can't hear me. For some reason. I don't know why, it just didn't do the audio.
I've done it. Because I record through OBS, every time Windows decides to update, it knocks my microphone settings off on OBS.
Yeah.
So I have to go in there and every single
manually change them.
I've got to manually change it back to the microphone that I'm using. And yeah, it's a right nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So now, every time Windows updates, I always have to check OBS to make sure everything's still working. Because like you, I'll go through a build and then come to edit and go, oh, there's no volume.
Yeah. This happened. It's happened.
Eric Lawton says, good evening, Mark and Kev. Eric Lawton from Ottawa, Canada. It's been bad cold. Fan home told that never shipped to Canada. Well.
Yeah, they haven't shipped. I mean, I think even Eagle Moss stopped shipping to Canada.
Mm.
Because I think they used to, and then they all stopped. I don't know whether it's just more expensive or they just haven't got the fan base there.
Yeah.
And like, because I think we've had this discussion like loads. I think it comes down to economics and profit and everything else. I mean, you know, it might cost them. You know, if they only have like, for argument's sake, they have 2 customers there.
Yeah.
It's going to cost them more to ship the parts there than it would be for the customer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the thing about it is there's many, many ways of getting around that now by services, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, probably about 10 years ago, there was nothing like that at all.
Yeah.
But now there's so many different ways where you can get them from Europe to the UK or to Canada, or like Burgess, who was in Iceland and stuff. There's so many different ways now that you can do it. It's fantastic ways of doing it. But I can understand if you're frustrated. I mean, like people in Australia, they don't really get Partworks over there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, but there are many ways of doing it now.
Yeah, there's always ways around it. I've never understood really. You know, we live in a world where you can ship anything anywhere. I don't know, but I would imagine it's down to money.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot down to as well weight of the item that you're shipping in and custom charges.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to licensing as well, because every territory you go to, you have to relicense. So if you license something for the UK, you're only allowed to sell it in the UK. If you want to sell it to America, you have to get a license to do it in America, and same for Canada and everywhere else. So I think that's a problem as well. So they might not have been able to get the license to ship it to Canada.
Too many red tapes in the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Too many red tapes.
Bloody yeah.
We've got Ian's World of Models in saying, evening, Mark and Kev, and all in chat. Evening, Ian. Welcome.
Hi, Ian.
Burgess says, don't remind me about backlog. Actually, I am not backlogged, to tell you the truth.
I am, but I'm hoping to clear it this week. It's just Batmobile 66 and the Enterprise D that I'm only backlogged on now.
I love a backlog. I absolutely love a backlog. I would just give me a backlog any day, and I'll just be happy to sit and build away. So
I don't mind. It's just sometimes when you look at it and you go, there's quite a lot there. I mean, look, I'll show you my backlog. So I've got one here.
Oh, hang on, let's go to you.
Right, so I've got 2.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 boxes down here.
Right, I'll be on the train tomorrow, Kev, to see you.
Yeah. There's a lot here, so let me just get rid of all this. But there is a lot here. It's because other things have come up, and I've been doing other things, and then I got ill, and like I said last time, you know, when you're ill and you feel a bit like you just don't feel up to it.
No.
And it builds up like that, but a lot of that is built up because I was delayed for 5 months on the Enterprise build because I was waiting for an issue to come in.
So it's like a lot of the Enterprise build then?
Yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Enterprise D build boxes there.
Wow.
Because, like I said, I was waiting for issue 19, weren't I, to come in?
Yes.
And then they kept supplying, it's just fine. They kept supplying me with the next available one. So, but I couldn't do a YouTube video until issue 19 turned up. So all that's backlog on that. And then subsequently, I've done 2, but since then I've had 2 more builds turn up. So it's getting. So I'm trying. That's why I'm going to do 2 videos every day this week, or try to clear it.
So that's a question I've got to ask you, Kev. The gauntlet.
Oh, right.
I believe people have had word about the gauntlet and problems.
Yeah. So some people have finished it. Other people haven't, and they're waiting for their last pack. but because there was a production problem, the last pack now won't be. You won't get your last pack now until May, I do believe.
Right.
May, June time. And it's really difficult to explain how all this comes about. But I'm going to try anyway. Okay, so I've got some screwdrivers here. There'll be a template for it, okay?
Okay.
So you've got the Enterprise D build.
Right.
The Batmobile 66 build. And the Gauntlet. Yeah. So they run in. So when they do these production runs, they run in sequence. So they sort of do, say, issue 1 to 20 here.
Right.
Then that one goes to the back. The Enterprise goes to the back like that. And that one, then they do the next 20 issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then say the 66. So that's 1 to 20. That goes to the back. And then they wait till the next one comes along. So the Gauntlet's here. And basically what happens is if they miss anything from this one, it goes back to the queue.
Right.
So if you just imagine how many Partworks are going through the same production line.
Yeah.
And it all goes into this. So if there's a problem with the Gauntlet, they can't then produce, say if they've missed issue 90.
Right.
They can't redo issue 90 on its own. This goes back to the start of the queue again. And it goes down and down and down and down until it gets to that point, and then they can do it again, which means, you know what I mean?
Can't fan out and just say, you know what, this has been a complete fuck-up of what we've done with this build.
I would imagine there's some mechanism in place where the production company, the company that makes the parts, would be, I don't know, maybe fined, or there would have to be some sort of compensation for that, because, you know what I mean, that is an unnecessary delay. But that is why it takes so long. So, you know, when the Enterprise D build issue 19, they were waiting for a part of issue 19.
Yeah.
They can't, because they run in such a tight production, they can't go, well, do the issue 19. It just goes straight to the back of the queue again.
Yeah.
And then they have to wait for everything else in front of it to get done. But when they do these batches, they'll do sort of issues 1 to 20, and they'll do like 10,000 of each issue, say, you know, rough figures. And then they'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And that one goes straight to the back of the queue. But when it goes back to the queue again, it's to do the next run, if you know what I mean. So the next run would be issues 20 to 40.
Mm.
So if you wanted issue 1 from the Enterprise build, it would be like down here. It would be months and months away. But that's how like the production works. It's why I think it's why there's a lot of delays at the moment as well. Because obviously if you've got 3 and then another Partwork comes along, it adds to that queue. And then when another one. And so basically when you finish this one, it goes to the back of the queue. So the queue's getting bigger.
Mm.
So it just means that there's more of a delay when stuff mucks up.
Yeah.
Because there's a backlog within the system. And you've got to think that, take IXO, for instance, they don't just produce for Fan Home, they produce for Hachette as well, and as well as Agora Models. So they're all in this lineup as well. And they're all in that sequence. So they have to go back round again. So this is why when the Gauntlet was delayed and they're going, well, it won't be in stock until May, that is because it's been sent back to the queue again, and it has to go through the production line to get to that point. But obviously, if you add more models to that group, it gets longer. It just backs up. So that's a little bit. It's there's more to it, but
yeah. Eric Lawton says, did change the time.
Brilliant.
Andy Caroline, who says, evening Mark and Kev, evening Andy, welcome.
Hi Andy.
Steve131 says, nice GTI.
It is indeed. That's lovely.
Will's Workshop said, had the Mark III Golf was great. Might want to give that one a go. Yeah.
Yeah. When I had my Mark III, we done a bit of work on it because the clutch cable kept breaking. And I remember putting new ones on it, and it just kept slipping out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a fault with the Golfs. I don't know, but yeah, clutch cable. I could do one in with sleep.
Yeah. Andy Carroll says, any idea what's going on with Fanhome's website? It's just down again. That's as much as you can say. It's down again. There's a glitch.
Yeah, it's been down since Friday afternoon. I think what happened was the cleaner went round and knocked the plug out.
Yeah.
And it's been down all weekend. I'm almost certain it'll be back up tomorrow morning, first thing.
The problem is, I think, with the Fanhome website is the IT department works Monday to Friday. So at the weekend, you've got no actual chance of anything being fixed until the start of the working week. So hopefully tomorrow morning it'll be back up and running. But yeah, it's...
I'm almost certain it'll be first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It'll be working. I reckon by about 10 o'clock UK time in the morning, it'll be up and running again. Because that would be a priority because no one can access their accounts. So
it actually tends to normally go down at the weekend when the IT department aren't there, because normally they'd be pretty much straight on it and fix it.
Yeah, like I said, the old cleaner went round on Friday and knocked the plug out.
Definitely. We've got John's model making in, who says, evening fellow modelers, how are you all? Evening, John, welcome.
Hi, John. Welcome, yeah.
Burgess says parents had a Mark 2, 3 and 4 and have a 5 now.
Lovely. They're quite popular cars. Volkswagens, Audis, things like that. Like they're quite longevity. They do the standard test of time. They last forever. But I would say the Golf 3 I had they do rust, especially around the wheel arches.
Yeah. David Hawley says, I have a problem with Fanhome's website as well.
Yeah, it's down for everyone.
Yeah, even me. Will's Workshop says, and probably has more electronics than the actual car. So that's the Volkswagen GTI.
Yeah, it was very simple wiring.
It was easy to fix.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people liked it, because it was, I mean, back in the day when we had our Mark 3, I mean, a lot of the younger kids used to have do you remember the Vauxhall Nova? Everyone used to have. We never had. Me and Kirsty never had a Vauxhall Nova, but I know a lot of people did, and they were also very simple and easy to repair. I also think, well, that's why a lot of people bought them, because they were just easy to get parts and repair, like at home.
Not like now, where you just have to take it into a garage because there's no point in you trying to repair it at home.
Well, our car, it does a self-diagnostic on it. So I don't even have to take it to a garage. It tells us what's the matter.
Burgess says normal versions, all the GTIs.
Yeah.
Spice Brew says, must be a trial. It is not on the main site yet. So that's...
Yeah. So I think it is. Yeah, I think we've established it's a trial now, because it's not on the main site, and it's got the survey, so it's got like points doing that way.
Yeah. John's model making says Golf GTI 1.6 scale looks great. Pity it's not a better looking car. I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I like the Mark. Everyone wanted. I mean, even when we had our Mark 3, everyone wanted a Mark 1. Because it was the round headlights, it was that lineage of it, and I think a lot of people preferred it because maybe it was easier to mod. I don't know, but
I think it's just the style, really.
Yeah.
Spiders Brew says they do in Germany. The Dinosaur had a site by itself, so yeah, they do these sites. You just take them down after the trial's finished.
Yeah.
Or you go to them and it just takes you straight to the survey.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the UK.
Yeah.
John's Model Making says Fanhome are very likely updating their site. This happens every now and then. Yes.
Yeah.
Lee Gibson says, expect there be a few updates for this one. Allies, body kit, few extra issues there. Yeah. And then that's when I read out earlier from Burgess saying the GTI isn't on the German front page. So yeah, it's definitely a trial. We've got Chef Hawking who says, evening everyone. Evening Chef Hawk. Welcome. Wayne says There was a giant rat hole under it. No rats though. Poisoned them ages ago. So it could have been.
Yeah, it could have. The rats probably took it. I love that.
Took it as bedding.
Yeah.
Bird just says beds, decks, and beyond. LOL. But I mean, I thought membrane, because if you put it under flower beds, it's supposed to last for a while. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they might have I think they biodegrade, over time.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling that they biodegrade.
And like I said, I saw it and I thought, maybe some things with tails has taken it as bedding. But yeah. But I mean, things like that don't make me squeamish. So
no.
We had a pet rat once.
A friend of ours has got pet rats and ferrets.
The story goes is we had a pet rat, and Jack was born, our eldest, and we had to move it out of the living room. So we moved it into the bathroom. Now, my grandma she was absolutely petrified of rats because she didn't have an in-house toilet. She used to have to walk past an abattoir to go to a public toilet. I mean, we're talking 1940s, so that's where it was. And she used to have to walk past the rats, and the rats were in the toilet, so she was petrified of one. Jack was born. She came round to see him when he was first born. She turned around and says, "Right, I'm just going to the toilet." And I went,
hang on.
Did you move the rat out the toilet, love? No, I forgot. And then massive scream.
Oh.
She didn't need the toilet after that.
I bet she never went to your toilet again.
No. Keeps a rat in a toilet. So, yeah. Whoops. Wayne says East Coast is now 6 hours behind us. Wow.
Okay.
And LA is 9 hours behind us. Wow. So, yeah. It's only be about, 3 more weeks and we'll catch up.
Yeah, we'll catch up.
Yeah. Burgess says we're on summertime constantly since 1968.
Yeah.
And Spider Spoo says, congratulations, Wayne, on your 80k subscribers. Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely brilliant, that.
Hope you celebrated.
Yeah.
We've got Daz Faulkner in who says, how do everyone? How do, Daz? Welcome.
Hi, Daz.
John Malamakin says, the idea of daylight saving time originated with Benjamin Franklin in 1784 and was later championed by William Willett in the UK. Yeah,
it goes back a long time.
Yeah. David Hawley says, Kev, I had to agree with you. Parts 104 and 105 of the tumbler were pretty poor parts, cost around 60p, 2 stages that could have been condensed into one stage, was not happy.
I always have a little bit of fun on the channel, like I always do. And I know there's going to be issues like that. I mean, we had issue where we just got a lead in one issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's a bit disheartening when you buy something like this, and both of these parts cost £21.98.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a. I know. Well, I was out a joke anyway on the channel, but I know there's a payoff. You get the smaller issues like that, and then you get the bigger ones later on, and I know there's a payoff. So yeah.
Burgess says check settings before every filming session. I tend to do now, actually.
I do, but I still forget things. I remember doing a build once, and I thought I pushed record. And I was doing away and I was talking, and then I realised I hadn't pushed record. So
I don't have a problem pressing record. It's when you forget to check your settings that it gets you.
Yeah.
Wayne says it's the moose in relation to Canada.
Yeah.
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 Eric Lawton says, thank you, Mark Kevin, for that one. No problem.
No problem.
Burgess says VAT and customs paperwork effort too. Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, like I said, it all comes down to a lot of factors. So,
Paul Quinn says, hello all. I swapped cable 3 and 4 on my tumbler and everything works great, but I can't get access to cable 3 now to swap them back as it's under the floor. Hoping I can just not fit the fix. Fit the fix.
Yeah, if you've already, I would say if you've already swapped the cables, leave them.
Yeah.
Because later on we do get a cable. I think it's in the last issue, I think, which reverses the polarity.
Yeah.
But if you swap the wires already, I would leave it like it is.
I mean, it's not the first time that they've had to send a cable in a Partwork to reverse the polarity, because they did the same thing with the Spitfire.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time that they've got that wrong.
Yeah, they've obviously realised there's a problem and said, right, we'll get the fix out. But obviously the fix takes time to go through. So I think we get it near the end. But yeah, if you've already done the swap already, I would say leave it.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Burgess says, I'm hoping to clear my backlog this decade. Eric Lawton says, I saw on eBay Batmobile issues plus Ghostbusters Ecto 1 parts on eBay. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and they're a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've pushed the price up on that.
D says, is that okay, LOL, in regards to your backlog?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I've got a Dalek build as well, issue 8 that I haven't done. I was going to do it today, but we went and walked the dogs. We came back. My dad said, "Do you want to come over for a barbecue?" We went, "Yeah." So we went over for a barbecue. Came back and started doing this with the girls, and that they bought a chocolate cake. Dad bought a chocolate cake, so they're eating that in the front room right now. So it was really nice. And Dad goes, "Do you want a barbecue?" And I was like, "Is it warm enough for one?" He said, "Yeah, come on." So I was like,
anytime the sun shines in the UK and it warms up a little bit more than 2 degrees, it's barbecuing weather.
Yeah, it's either a bonfire or a barbecue.
Or somebody doing a lawn. I heard that today.
Yeah, I've been hearing that all this couple of weeks as well. Well, you're not supposed to do it. I think you're only supposed to cut the lawn, I think, from like April till September, because you're supposed to leave it to like recover over like the wintry periods. So, and our grass hasn't grown that much over the winter anyway, so we're all right. I think
some people are like, it can grow half a centimetre, and they're out there cutting it.
Yeah, sounds a bit like my dad.
Yeah. Burgess says, I've got more than a half a dozen big plastic tubs.
Oh, bloody hell.
Wow, that's a lot.
And there's a lot of them finishing this coming month, this coming year. There's quite a lot of the builds we've got finishing, isn't there? So
yeah. Spice Brew says, I won't get the last pack of the gauntlet until the end of May. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of that production line and everything else. Yeah.
Well, at least it's only a few months and not like 6 months.
Yeah. I'm wondering whether they've squeezed it in somewhere just to do it. I'm wondering whether they've gone, oh, we've got a little gap here, we could put it in there. But yeah.
Eric Lawton says, you guys are doing an awesome job with your builds. How did you go with tumbler roof part?
Okay, we still haven't obviously put in the windshield because I think that mechanism and everything goes in last, I believe. But yeah, you just have to be like careful with it, screwing it in and stuff because of the ailerons on the back. Because obviously mine pinged off, didn't they? So yeah.
Burgess says, strike that, probably more than a dozen big tubs if I was to consolidate them all. There you go. Yeah. Eric Lawson says, have you ever had issues without screwdriver missing in your build? No.
What, like the screwdriver not being in there?
No.
No.
I don't use the screwdrivers they send anyway because they're not that great.
Yeah, they're not the best. Let's put it that way.
I think if you were to be starting Partworks for the first time, They are enough to get you through a couple of issues, maybe. But then I would go out and invest in some better screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Because the ends of them tend to wear down pretty quickly.
Right. Very, very quickly, yeah.
They're either too short, so I can't grip them, or they're just not the greatest. So
I still have, saying that, I still have the Iron Man one that's lasted, and the one from the Dalek has lasted. So some of them are okay, but always invest in a nice one.
You're only 7 issues into the Dalek.
Yeah, I know, but I'm surprised it's lasted that long, to be fair.
I don't tend to use them. I just put them in a pile with all the others. Yeah,
I tend to just use this one. That's the one I use now. It's got the extender on it.
Burgess says over 300 issues and 2 full kits. Wow.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to crack on with that.
Will's Workshop said, widening my own fog lights on the Golf, including making my own wiring loom.
Yeah, they're easy enough to do.
Yeah. Will's Workshop said, I also had 2 6x9 speakers in the back, plus a sub, may have almost blew out the rear window. They were designed for it.
Yeah.
Burgess says, I did the radiator and valve cover gasket on mine. Took 5 days, including removing the front bumper.
Yeah. They're all very simple. I think that's why a lot of people liked them. Because they were easy to do.
Yeah. Dave McBill says it's like the Titanic engine in issue 156. A speaker and holder and 2 screws, all for $10.99. Yeah.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee Gibson says, if you have issues 8 for the Dalek, get it done. Stop waffling, waiting to see that. I don't get my next delivery until the 19th.
Yeah, I'll probably do it I'll probably do a double video on that one. I'll do issue 8 and then issue 9. Because I think I picked that this week anyway, so I might just leave it until then.
Right. Spider Spruce says, bonus about the gauntlet being delayed. I save money. Well,
yeah. Always look on the bright side.
Yeah, definitely. Eric Lawson says, thank you for the answer. No problem.
No problem.
And Will's Workshop says, can get weary screwdrivers from Mike Lane. So
yeah.
I've been using them for years, and I don't think I'd choose any. I do have an Oria set because that's got all different types of heads on it.
Yeah.
And I also do have a WoW stick.
They're
not very torquey, if you know what I mean.
I don't know where Kirsty got it, but that's the one Kirsty got. And that's that one there. And it's got every single head going, plus bolt heads as well.
Yeah.
It's got like a bendy bit as well. So this one here, you can bend it round, corners and screw.
Yeah, the Oria has that.
Yeah. It's a nice set. I don't know where she got it from, but I've sort of confiscated it. So.
Oh, dear. We've got Ron Heaterman who says, hi, Mark, panel, and all in chat. Evening, Ron. Welcome.
Hi, Ron. Welcome.
I'm on to read now. Eric says, thank you for all the answer. You guys do an awesome job in build. Thank you. No problem.
Thank you so much.
I have got to show is somebody actually sent me this. It came at the beginning of the week. Same person who did your Terminator, Kev.
Ah, yes. Okay, yeah.
And he made that for me.
Oh, lovely.
So I want to thank him. I was going to email him, but I want to thank him on this live stream. Thank you for doing that for me. Weathered it and everything.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That. Yeah, I mean, the Terminator I got was absolutely stunning. So I'm very, very happy with that. It's sitting in our front room.
It came Monday, but I wanted to thank him on this live stream because he's not normally in. I haven't seen him tonight, but hopefully he's watching back and everything.
Yeah.
So Lee Gibson says, sweet. Cheers, Kev.
Cheers, Lee.
John Mullermaking says, night all. Night, John. Thank you
night,
for coming.
John. Thanks for coming.
Will's Workshop says, I've got the same kit too in black, got from Amazon. Ah, there you go, Kev.
Oh, right. Okay. It's a brilliant set. It's got every single thing going there, everything. And it's also got like for the nuts as well, the little screws for the nuts. It's got everything in there. Yeah.
My
like I don't know, Kirsty must have bought it from Amazon. She bought it because it just turned up one day. So
I've got like the Ori that does that, and then I've got a micro socket set and a micro spanner set as well.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's probably going to be needed in the future, so just in case.
Definitely, yeah.
Burgess says my only active subs are the Skyline and Ecto 1.
Cool. And people nearly finished Ecto 1 now that signed up originally.
What, originally with Eagle Moss?
Well, no, originally from Fan Home. They must have nearly finished that now, surely.
I think they are very, very close to it. Very, very close.
Because there can't be many issues left now. It's not been active for a very long time.
No, but I think it depends on the build of the speed of the builder, really.
Yeah.
So, it depends if they're doing it on YouTube or if they're not, and yeah. I mean, I really did. The only problem I had with the Ecto 1 in the end with the electrics was one of my lights on the rear wasn't working, but I wasn't prepared to take it apart just to fix a light.
Yeah, I've had a few glitches like that near the end, or once I've finished the build, everything works and then stuff stops working. I've had that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Eric says your wife looking for her boxes of screwdriver.
No, she knows where they are. Just use. No, that's like.
D says, well, customary good night, Mark and Kev. Until next week, another excellent show. Thank you, D.
Thank you, D.
And then D also says, Kev, you live stream tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Burgess says, oh, not me. I got a year left on the Ecto 1.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. He says, if I take them, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Mac Bill says, great stream tonight, guys. As always, look forward to Sunday nights. Thank you, Dave Mac.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
And Burgess says, per my math, both builds will finish at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that should be good. I mean, I know next few months I've got Optimus Prime finishing. But I think that's about it for this year for me.
Yeah, I've got well, I think we've been through this before. So the Enterprise D build, Optimus Prime, Robocop, Tumblr, they all finish this year, all within like a couple of months of each other. So it's quite good.
Yeah. Spider's Brew says, night all, great stream as always. Thank you, Spider's Brew.
Spider.
Eric says, take care, guys. Thank you for everything. No problem. You take care.
Yep, take care.
Ian's World of Model says, great stream, guys. As usual, off to beef up my display rack to take all these new 1/6 scale models coming out.
Yeah.
Eric Lawton says, good night. Good night, Eric.
Night, Eric.
Says, it's cold here, Ottawa, Canada, and snow. Oh.
Yes.
No snow. Andy Carroll says, night, Kev, Mark, great stream, guys. Thank you, Andy.
Cheers, Andy.
Will's Workshop says, good night, all. Night, Will.
Night, Will.
Burgess says, night, all. Night, Burgess.
Night, Burgess.
Chef Hawk says, night, all, and cheers. And I am caught up with that.
Brilliant. Where everyone's going, it sounds like.
So this week, Kev, you will be catching up on everything then, I take it.
Yes, yeah. There'll be a lot of, probably a double video every day. Hoping there'll be a double video every day.
Yeah. Okay. For me, normal releases on normal days. I have been working in the background this weekend, so please look out for a community post coming in the next few days. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Oh, okay.
I've been working hard this weekend on some promises I've been meaning to do for a long time, and this weekend, with my extra energy, I managed to get around to doing them. So,
oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Kevin and Mary say good night all. Thank you, Kevin and Mary.
Kevin and Mary.
And David Hollis says, going to say good night, guys, before we run out of time. Thanks, guys. Cracking stream as always. Thank you. No problem, David. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
And Steve131 says night all. Night, Steve.
Night, Steve.
Okay, so thank you, everybody, for your chat tonight. It's been a brilliant night. Nice to go back to, what do you call it, going back to the 8 o'clock finish. So I
do apologise last couple of times, but
no, you're unwell. You're unwell. It's not what you can do at the end of the day. But So thank you, everybody, for your fantastic chat as always. We'll be back same time, same place next Sunday. It just leaves me to say I've been Mark.
I've been Kev.
I will catch you all next week, guys. Bye.
Good night, guys.
Bye.